All right. Yes. We're greeting and we're welcoming right now. All right. So we're going to let some beings come on and get on the airwave. All right. We're just greeting and welcoming right now. All right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. We're just greeting and welcoming right now. We're going to wait a little bit. Let some beings come on and get on the set. All right. If you haven't been told, I'm about to tell you right now that you are beautiful and your life is phenomenal. All right. Want to get a bell ring for that? You deserve a ring another bell. All right. So, like I said, we're just greeting and welcoming right now. We're going to let some beings come on and get on the set. All right. Come on, get on the airwave. And you are more than welcome to come live and come on and get in the comment section. All right, this is an open discussion, open topic night. I'm just going to read and weigh in on the reading. All right, I'm just going to leak some information out here for us to grab hold to for the coming days and times that we have in front of us. Okay, so I want to welcome every person, place, or thing in existence. And right now, we're going to greet and welcome and allow some beings to come on and get on the set. Then, very shortly, we're going to get busy with some reading and enlightening. All right. As a reminder, the thing that I do with information is I dissect it, right? Digest it, and then manifest. Well, y'all, let's go get on the airwave. We're going to heat it up. We want the next three presidents to keep complaining about how hot and warm their globe is getting. We want to heat it up so hot that they ain't got no choice but to relinquish it back over to this rightful owner. Yeah, you're like, hey man, god damn. You know they just built a lot of bunkers, right? I know y'all heard they building bunkers. I think it's like 100 a day. Don't quote me on that. I could be wrong on the amount of them that's being built, but it's definitely got to go underground so we can keep cool. Ain't that what the dogs do? I remember I used to have a great. This motherfucker was a Saint Bernard, great mix and shit. This motherfucker dog, right? He, we kept him out in the back, and he ain't had no shade. So what they would do to keep cool was dig in the earth. Like this dude would dig almost down there 6 feet. But I learned it's cool in the dirt. So they obviously found it comfortable. So just like the cabal, the elite, you know, the top humans, when it gets a little too hot, what you want to do? You want to go underground, build underground bunkers. You know what I'm talking about? That's a good thing, you know. See, you gotta understand why the superpower is underground. What's gonna happen up top? That's just like when your parents leave. Remember when your parents used to leave the house? And what she say? What did he say? Y'all better not fuck this house up. It better be just like it is when we get back. Now, honey and I, we going out. We're gonna watch us a movie and get us something good to eat tonight. Y'all better not fuck this house up. As soon as they get in the car, you hear the engine start. Going down the street. Niggas start cutting up. Y'all know it's the truth. Tell the truth. It's normally the girls, your sister. They're gonna be the first one because they start laughing. Like shit is funny. Ain't nothing funny. It's so funny. So yeah, y'all, we got a nice little segment that we gotta get into about some information that's going to make us supreme and not leaving nothing behind. I know they telling you to leave your shit behind and you know they gonna go underground and everything, but look, no, don't fall for the okey doke. When what they say when the cat ain't around, the mouse will come out to play. When mom and pop not home, you did fuck that house up. I don't know if it was still fucked up when they got back for fear of getting an ass whooping or something. But y'all know you jumped all on the couch. You ran all of them down the steps into the basement, out the backyard, around the house and shit. Huh? Tore shit up. And you knew you had to, it'll be all right because you're going to straighten it up. It was the same thing now, you see, but in a different perspective. Don't nobody want to rule up top no more. What you gonna leave it to the artificial intelligence while they underground? This is what they're depending on. You see, because somebody got to be in charge while the master away, and you making it feel good and comfortable that they could go ahead and leave a goddamn drone. flying drone coming up and arresting you, shooting cuffs out, talking about, hey, put these cuffs on. Some police departments already implemented the drones, yo. So who gonna rule up top when everybody start hiding in the bottom? Hence, or what is known bunking. See, I'm not fooled, nor am I the type of entity or deity or creature that's going to allow anything artificial to dictate, govern, and master me. We can have a relationship. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying I welcome every person, place, and thing in existence. But one thing for certain, two things for sure, there's going to be some equality around this in this space. Okay? Everything and everyone is going to be dealt and dealing in equity, equitable, equal opportunity. If my cup is half full, your cup has full. Your cup is half full. You see how it's going to work? All right, so the box that you've been trapped and stuck in has got you in this time frame of 2024. Am I right or wrong? How many beings by wave of sigil or signal, because I can feel each and everything out here in existence, okay? I want you to indicate whether you have partake in the practice of this 2024 thing. Come on, y'all. Cut your mind on. We're going to take a trip on the dark side. Brighten up. The Bible says, shine your light bright so that the world can see. Let's go. We're going to hit the bottom of the abyss. I'm going to wait till a couple more beings feel like they want to pay attention because for whatever reason, they might be busy. You know what I mean? They might be at work. Somebody might got a mop in their hand. Some people at work, they might be driving, and they got to wait to pull over. So let's wait for a minute. Some people at work, they might be wiping somebody's butt. And they ain't got time right now to take off their gloves and turn my video on. Let me notify. I'm gonna notify you. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna wait too. All right. Got some nice tunes in the background for your soul. So it ain't like you ain't gonna benefit. Don't rush. I got a little something for everybody. And I got plenty enough to go around, people. You ever went to a party like that? Soon as you heard that shit literally like make a nigga calm down. Like, oh shit, all right. Now let me go over here and fucking talk to Susan. She bad as shit. I ain't see her in a long time. Cause you already know there's enough food to go around, right? And you ain't gotta rush. It's something for everybody. As long as you feel as though that a nigga don't take your share, you was comfortable, you calmed down. You wasn't so haste with your movements. That's how I want you to be with your life too. In this new time that they gave you, that you practicing, and I'm talking about those who was practicing in 2024 period. All right, because I know a lot of people who listen to my information practicing different time frames. Some of you is practicing multiple time frames. Hey, rock on. Y'all gifted like that. Welcome. I got time to give people. You hear me? I'm so thorough with it. I got enough time to give you in your 24 hours. Where you really thinking that, damn, time ain't going, it's not moving at all. As opposed to saying, damn, time went by fast. Don't it seem like we speeding up? No, I could give you some time. I could definitely give you some time, people. First of all, you got to recognize and realize there's no such thing as boredom. Once you realize there's no such thing as boredom, you got all the time in the world. You see? All right, so I guess you all going to stay where you are with it, and it's perfectly fine. I'm good with that. Once I get to reading and running my channeling my information down here on this third dimension, I'm not paying attention to the chat anyway. So y'all could stay over or under the radar. And keep in mind, do not hit the like button. Don't nobody cares what you like when it comes to this right here. Whether you like it or not. Sometimes if you hit the like button, that might get you exposed in some form or degree. You see? Some of you people aren't built for this yet. So let's bring it in with this holy matrimony. Keep it in mind that you're the greatest. All right? Thou shalt never put anything, anyone, ever before you. And I don't even care if it's idols. Those are symbols of empowerment to let you know. I don't worship that. But if you come close to this, it might haul off and knock you upside the head. Right. Because I'm empowering it. It's symbolism. You don't worship the sun. You set the sun there so that everyone will know the strength and power that you obtain. You the master of the self. And from this point on, you will remember to walk in that light. In regards as to what other energies or frequencies that are thrown or tossed or come by your way. Set your ideas and your life in motion. For you are the sole controller of your shit. Be careful what you think. Know your intentions behind your thoughts. For thoughts manifest. All right? Keep this in mind, people. This information will be very helpful for you in the time to come. Your thoughts may not manifest in this day and time. Some of you may not never get the sincere uh, manifestation of what you hold deep and dear into your heart. Let's say, for instance, and I'm gonna keep it simple. Let's keep it simple. Everybody would love to have a nice big ass, not a house, a place you could call home, with the ocean view facing out your back uh, bedroom window that runs from floor to the ceiling. Okay, but will everyone get it in this lifetime? Will we all be living down in Miami, Australia, Maui, where have you? Okay, Hawaii, where the feeling and the view is just so you filled with utopianism is like you can't stop having an orgasm. Right, because some of you people never had this experience before. I put you in that state of environment that it'll change your whole paradigm of how you function and what you're going to do with yourself. I guarantee you. I study and I watch what one of the boys did. I ain't gonna say no names because I ain't in this revealing people about nothing. I ain't even going. I don't tell you what book I'm reading out of unless you ask. It's not important. But this dude did. I watched him do a study with the rats on social behavior. Okay, so if you haven't did due diligent researching and study of a certain particular topic, you're not at an error room to dialogue at the table at all. Your best bet is just to get and remove yourself from the table and go sit in the rows somewhere. You might want to sit in the front row because if you feel like you want to throw in a few pointers and ideas. But like oftentimes you got to sit the back and absorb some information. And I'm not even going to say information, just some. It's like absorb some energy so that you can produce it up out of yourself, so that you can bring about the information. Because that's what it's about. It's not about you being a good regurgitator of great Nate's ideas. How you going to be great? Again, you know how I play. Your children will never be greater than you if you giving them a hand-me-down of that what your mom and them gave you, all the way from their great grandmom and them. That's why the so-called human race is in the condition that they in. You did nothing but morally decline. Don't act like you didn't. I ain't that fucking high. Somebody said, man, you won't get high at all. You goddamn right I don't get high. Yeah, well, actually I do, but it all depends on what type, how high you want to get. What type of high you talking about? But let's not confuse the people. Stay focused. So flower out and give this, shall we? Because you're going to have to give your children better tools to work with. If Home Depot could keep improving with their tools so I can do good work out here in a more speedily manner, okay? Why can't you mentally, spiritually invoke some ideas? That's all, just a few ideas. That's going to be better than that of what was given to you, so that, yes, the child, like you want, will be better and do greater things than what you are doing. Some people say, well, Nate, I mean, like, it's kind of hard. We done reached the point, the pivot of what we can do out here. We done had a black president. What can I tell us? Well, listen, that's a good question. Start off with real simple ideas, such as, don't tell me no more that this individuals should be getting a job. I now need to express to you that you should be out here creating a business. How about that? For start. Stop telling your children to get a good job. It's 2024 now, and some other time zone that other people that are factoring in the equation that's really going to have the game sassy and juicy. And that's why some people ain't even going to be able to function and deal with it. Everybody going to have to go home to each their own. Yeah. Let's talk some sassy talk. I call higher information sassy. That what people don't understand. The information that causes people they want to scroll and keep scrolling, but they feel as though they need to sit back and at least pay some attention so they can at least figure out what the heck is going on. Them the ones that's going to be strong creatures in the future. Them people who come across information, and it's like, you know how you was in school and you went to the library and they showed you all the sections. Then they went to the philosophy section, and you seen Plato, Aristotle, Socrates, and you may have grabbed one book and you looked at it and what the fuck? And you never went back in that section ever again. But you like me. I got to get in there. It's something about that section. Ain't nobody over there. First of all, everybody in the porno section, huh? Well, this is when I was coming up. They used to have porno magazines in the bookstores and stuff. They don't have that no more. But I remember I bought by the books, the stand on the corner, and they got all the European white women in bikinis and stuff. Yeah, that's when it was really assaulting our mind. A nigga couldn't help but to want a snow bunny. Were you kidding me? Like, but anyway, that's how it is. Those people who get this information and they say, well, yeah, it's not Eurocentric. That didn't come up out of Harvard, Yale, or Princeton. That what he talked about, that didn't come out of Martin Luther King or Leeds or Olney or Temple or Penn State or community colleges. No. You show me one college that's teaching you about the 19th galaxy. And name one language in the 19th galaxy that you went to college and they taught you. I'll wait. I don't even know if they teach you what man, I don't even know if they teach you what galaxy you are in right now. I think the farthest extent with their science and astrology that they go, or what type of positioning you are existing in, is in a universe. Am I right or wrong? Somebody get in the comment section and let me know. I'll stick around for a minute to take some Q&As. Don't hit that like button either, people. And if you can help it, just keep your volume up and sit the phone down. Oh, we got Mons I in the universe with us on the third dimension. Yes, indeed. Yeah, yeah. Let's get that energy out the mind's eye. I don't know where you shot from, bro. But you had, that's right, on Earth. We done came in. It's time to warm it up a little bit more. I heard they building bunkers and increasingly by the day and making preparation to go underground. I don't know what for, but my thing is, the only thing I can do is prepare what I got to do. Anytime somebody go underground and leave this shit up here to me, I don't know what they think is gonna go on, but we got something that got to go on too. It reminds me, it's a saying in the Quran. Anybody ever read the Quran? It says the people plan, but Allah is the best of planner. So, I'm hanging out with my 5% brother from now on. They telling me that they leg, arm, head. So I put the two and two together. I said, well, will you tell me Knowledge Allah? That was his name, Knowledge. And he was with the board, Lord Everlasting. Man, you making the best, you planning? And they just looked at me. We gotta use our mind. Anytime we read in the Bible or the Quran, you must understand that it's talking about nothing other than me, you. This is facts. Bobby Hemmett said this. Phil Valentine, Del Blair, all the way back. Okay? So, did I give mine's eye cash at in the macro realm? Let me hit you up again. Yeah, so put my glasses. So I don't be so I'm putting my glasses on. That way I don't be so close up on the screen. But I'm gonna get in this reading. So once I get in this reading, I'm gonna move on with it. I can't even see what that is. Damn. That's right, Mons. I appreciate your energy. Yeah, so and word through the grapevine, Socrates, Plato, Aristotle, all these depicted of statues that we have today, it's not accurate. Now I don't know how true it is. I wasn't there, and I'm not really running about too much information beyond like last week because that puts me too much in the past, and the way that it is today, it's not even going to be the same. It's people twisting it all up, and it helps. Number two, keeps me in the present. So I deal with the here and now. I could bear witness that me and mine's eye is making manifest what our will is at this present moment. What happened to me yesterday, it's not even here. It's not even real. So I'm not really even concerned about that. You see, this is how we have to live our life. You know. All right. So we're gonna get in this reading. Wet the throat for a second. All right. So, not by merely abstaining from work can one achieve freedom from reaction, nor by reunification. Alone can one attain perfection. This is a society, to me, and that's because of what I see. It's like one of the highest focus on developing entities and being full of perpetual energy to keep one from themselves, from meditating and trusting, knowing and accepting and being in self. Now, why say that? Not only is it true, we know we don't. I mean, there's only 24 hours in a day. Dick Gregory did the same uh, analogy. We work 8, okay. I think it's 8 or something else, and then how much time do you have to spend? Nothing on, no phone, no TV, where you just sit and have reflection time. This is important. The renounced order of life can be accepted when one has been purified by the discharge of the prescribed form of duties which are laid down just to purify the hearts of the materialistic men. Listen, I don't want nobody to take this information and be rebuttal or disagreeable against and what you are doing and with. In fact, it is not to know this ever is a part of your psyche. We're keeping in the not letting the left hand know what the right hand is doing. Okay? I think Laura Hill said it best about the mask. All right? So understand what the mask is about. Without purification, one cannot attain success by abruptly adopting the fourth order of life, which in this concept of practice of living is called Nyasa, Nyasa. All right. And according to the empirical philosophers, right? According to the empirical philosophers, simply by adopting, what is this? Sansa, which I'm not gonna I'm not clear what it is, but let's say the ability to be alone. All right, so this is information here is of the Bhagavad Gita. All right, and it has its own language, which I can show you a little bit here. And I'm not familiar. I didn't study this. I don't have time. Back in the day, I did a lot of studying of languages, and I feel as though I did all the study of language that was important for me to study. And keeping in mind, languages is not necessary for you to know to, to indicate that you are an enlightened person. All right? Because vibrationing, feeling is the first language. Then symbolism. All right. So if you just speaking now, I don't care if you Condoleezza Rice and you speaking 9 languages or more. That's beautiful. That's a good thing. I know a lot of people speak. I spoke over like what 4 or 5 languages at one time. Okay. When I found out they're not necessary. One language I spoke I, after I came out of the school of thought and back where I'm wanting to be residing, that there was no need for me to speak. I didn't even see this type of beings no more. So like, I don't know. But the more the story is, we the heck with language. That's a bunch of confusion. That's babble. Okay? If you got it, if you working from a spiritual point of view and perspective, then you can already, just as you know, I'm sure I done went in the neighborhoods, didn't speak none of the language, but you sure know what they was meaning. You see, because there's a feeling, there's a connection that you have. So again, according to the empirical philosopher, simply by adopting, let's say, like again, the time to be alone, since it's the main point in which we're pointing out here, uh, or retiring from, see, this is how you know you right, because now it says or what? Or retiring from fruitive activities. One at once becomes as good as Narayana. All right, so let's get to the juicy part. I don't know how I got there. I think I just wanted to read one little part of that. But again, this book is very complicated with languages, so I've been going through it, and I wanted to just again basically point out some ideas here. And if anyone has anything to say or make mention of, you're more than welcome. I'm definitely up to entertaining any questions. All right, at any time. All right, and I want to hear your ideas on what you think on anything. All right, we can pretty much build. Some people, when they build and have Q&A and um what is that, lectures, they can only deal and touch on certain topics. This little boundary in which they won't go. But I always said that there's got to be somebody. I remember at some time, yeah, when I was in my early age of doing what I do, well, if I ever did a Q&A, I won't talk about politics, but I'll talk about religion. Like, no, when we going to have a goddamn lecture, a convention down in 19th and Arch or whatever that is at the convention center, where we can get down there and dialogue or talk about any and everything. See, because one thing for certain, two things for sure. The so-called whatever people you want to be, copper tone, non-ether, aboriginal, African American, black people, so forth and so forth, here in America, need to address the psychosis, the sick psychosis that's been that's have never been addressed. Okay, we listen. We making great steps. Don't get me wrong. Again, everyone is doing a wonderful job with yourself. You're some beautiful people out here in existence. Keep up the good work. I want to congratulate the woman that just became mayor in Philadelphia. All right, got the first non-ether, uh, non-ether creature or being, up there in that energy. So hopefully things will start to change. Keeping in mind now, this is a major role. Y'all got to look at it cosmic cosmologically. That's not a word I never really could say. Cosmologically. There we go. Philadelphia, huh? Feminine, female, Sagittarius, allegedly, right? According to the story. And it's not really a story. I feel like if I could put all Bruce Willis and all and Eddie Murphy movies together, I could probably flip and pinpoint how I think the Inside Out and Upside Down flip side was that Philadelphia is actually the real, well, actually all America is the real Egypt, and that Egypt over there is fabricated and it's the replica and the setup to keep the teachings of the mind flipped upside down, inside out, and backwards. I got a whole bunch of proof to back up my theory, my statement. It's not going. I can't even categorize it as a theory. I'm gonna say statement because this is information right here. We live. Mind's eye. We on set, baby. We on fire. You know this is reverberated throughout many dimensions and galaxies. You know, but I was watching the Truman Show. I keep watching that joint. I'm gonna watch it again. So, hey, did you get that? Turn your brightness up. Put the sharp on. You can see clearer. You know how you take your cell phone and you want to make the sharp? Say you looking at a female or something. I want my door sharp. I want to see every day. Damn. You see? So I gotta give the juicy information up out of here. I always prepare the book, and then once I get to read it, it's never where it is where I'm supposed to see it. I used to hate it. Now I love it, and probably later on I'll probably get it together one day. So everyone is forced to act helplessly according to the qualities he or she has acquired from the modes of material nature. Therefore, no one can refrain from doing something, not even for a moment. It is not a question of embodied life, but it is the nature of the soul to be always active. That's why energy don't die. You see why you a beautiful thing? There is never a time in which you were not. There's never ever anyone ever come and prove me wrong. Not physically, not in so-called dreaming. That's even better there. If I could tell you where I go and what I do when I get in that bed, when I put this body down to rest, oh man, they probably think I need to go to see a psychiatrist. They laughed when Farrakhan said he was on the mothership. You think I'm gonna tell them what I be doing? Because I don't dream. I'm busy. Busy, 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 busy. Busybody. Busy, busy, busy. I told you, read the Quran. It's talking about you. When you read that Quran, when you read that Bible, when you read any human being's scripture, they're talking about non-ether beings. You don't sleep. You don't eat. You getting the body confused with you. And that's a big mistake. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is just an aspect that I'm utilizing, people, okay? So I can have my way. And what Shakespeare say? In the game. You see? Put it like this. Shakespeare said the world's a stage and everybody's a player in it. Well, you said, well, Shakespeare, I'm going down and I'm going to be a teacher. Shoot, well, let's go, nigga. I bet you don't succeed. I bet once you get to Earth, you're going to forget, number one, all about why you're down there. And then two, see, because that's why they going to get you the riddle. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. You never knew they was talking about you. After they teach you your ABC, teach you to sing your ABCs. Nobody never really figured that out. How do you sing? Is that the original song? That's the first song you learn. Quite frankly, in my European mindset, you know what I mean? You know, I mean, they'd be, quite frankly. So mine's eye, right? And okay, so that's true. Mine's eye said most people are busy working, and with that to say, most people are marked curse. Now it's a difference. Again, am I working 2 and 3 jobs so that what? I don't want to go home to my family, huh? And or it might keep me from doing something that I deem as negative or wrong, right? Because we put these limitations on ourselves. Just because you feel as though that you marry and you sleep with another man, that be cheating. That may not be for the next individual. Okay? Everybody has their own culture. Like this is why it's imperative. And I forgot to drop that video too, darn it. There's a video I was watching. Now I'm gonna go, if I remember, I'm gonna do so. So be open up and alert for this mind blowing video that I'm gonna drop. Where's my phone? On Facebook. Mine's if I don't know if we friends on Facebook. I don't know. Think I'm friends with you on Facebook, but I'm under Nathaniel Hills on Facebook. Let me see something right quick. All right, so the video is how to own yourself. I'm gonna drop that. Matter of fact, let me share that now. How to own yourself. I'm gonna drop that on Facebook. That's a definitely. Let me say. I think it's like a what? 23-minute. Hold on. Hey, that's a must watch. All right. Be sure you check that out, people. How to own yourself. Yeah, 23-minute, 24-minute video. All right. So let's wrap it up. Just a few more key ideas in which we should be gravitating in. All right. Remember, we can never go wrong if. Well, let me speak for me. Like that's real important. If you get near yourself in that habit, break out of that. We, us, you, right. I'm not insinuating I shouldn't. I'm not telling nobody what they should do. I'm merely sharing information. I should never. What I was gonna say, man, I forgot what I was gonna say. But anyways, I should never be in the. I think something to the extent of something. It'll come back. And man, get what the heck I was gonna say. It'll come back. So if uh, here we go. One who restrains the senses of action, but whose mind dwells on sense objects, certainly deludes himself and is called a pretender. All right. On the other hand, if a sincere person tries to control the active senses by the mind and begins karma yoga without attachment, he is by far superior. It says that by human calculation, 1,000 ages taken together form the duration of Balmer's one day. And such also is the duration of his night. So the duration of the material universe is limited. It is manifested in cycles. A day. All right, so I ain't gonna read that because there's words that's in there that we need to understand. So, like I said, this book I got to take it apart, piece it out, and bring out the most electrifying aspects of it, and that's what we do with information. Okay, thanks, mind's eye, and he says that we was referring to the me and the we thing when we speak, right? And you said not we, right? So, okay, but it was a story I was going to get into about the activity of what I initially said we should be doing. But now that you remind me there, it's a return to it. But I knew what. Okay, so one thing, what I know I'm saying is it's it's a me thing, and it's not to the extent that I'm better than everything or anyone else in the creation. In fact, it's far from that. It's totally the opposite. The more an individual understands themselves, the more this person realizes that everything is actually the same. You become one. You look at it as no different. For I am you and you are me. Tupac said it, you know? Without no you, there'll be no me. Without no me, there'll be no you. You know, we start to understand the wholeness, the totality, the monotheism, you know? We start to feel other creatures' pains and suffering. You know, it's like when the baby is born, your heart weeps, you know, and you understand that it has a lot to go through, and the baby doesn't realize it, and at least not the people around it. And when the individual leaves the world, instead of moaning, crying, you start to rejoice, give glad tidings, well wishes, because you understand the universal natural flow of things. See, people, human beings, they don't understand what's going on. They really think that they just had a good Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And they don't understand the magic that they was perpetuating, or not it was, but has perpetuated and instituted for at least another 12 months. I'm gonna give it that. Because we done putting the damper on things. We can't allow this stuff to be happening going on too much longer. But that's not to say it's going to come to a total stop either. We, you know, we got to understand what's been manifested, brought into fruition will always be. It'll just be a evolving continuum of what has already been started. You see? And just like drugs, we can't stop it, but we can curb it and curtail it and control it. This is understanding what you're working with when you come to these planes of existence. Ain't nobody ever gonna come to Earth and save all the people, huh? Why would I waste? I mean, this thing. What's the benefit? Earth, third dimension, fourth dimension, 5G, 7G, 8G, and so forth, and other entities and universes and galaxies. Those are places that await you to have your great experiences, people. But you can't get there if you don't pass the test here on Earth. Huh? How you gonna get to the next grade and you can't pass third grade? By just doing a few simple things like loving your brother. Stop killing. Stop hating. Stop fighting. Stool pitching. I'm only going. Oh, and that's what I was saying, Mons. I'm only going. I'm instead of we only going to come back. I got to put it on myself because I'm on my journey by myself. You didn't come with me, and I didn't come with you. We may have got switched up in the hospital, but still, you by yourself. You see. So I'm not gonna have incarnations back here again because I just can't get some things right. Well, but then again, who's to say that I'm here to get things right? What if Earth and all these other dimensions or planes, or if there is, all right, can be nothing but just a continuum of reincarnation back here to Earth, right here in America, Australia, London, France, Italy, Paris, Africa, or if you vibrate strong enough, you get to go outside the ice glaciers and dwell out there. You can inhabit an avatar out there, beyond the ice glaciers and beyond the rings. Lord, remember the movie Lord of the Rings? Well, the rings they were signifying is like the ripple effect when you drop a rock in the water. You're enclosed in rings. And the only reason why you can't get out there because you ain't vibrating on that degree. You chose to come here and dwell in this arena. So you have to carry out that one life to live that they say you got. That one avatar. You see? Now, who's to say, like I said, I could reincarnate and be born to a woman. She needed a fix down in Kensington. And she got pregnant in 9 months. She didn't wait 9 months. She said 7 months. Went around the corner and dropped me off next to the green trash can. Right? And the police or somebody found me. I'm all up in the hospital. Right? As opposed to being born to a female that got half a country on lock. Huh? And her spoon and bowl is brass or gold. Over in Dubai somewhere. You know, them women over there loving it. They don't know no poverty. Them women that probably they ain't even got change in their pocketbook. Pocketbook? What's a pocketbook? There's some places on this earth, don't you know, that is so lavish that it'll blow our minds if we knew that we can live like this. And here it is, we in the hood sharing roaches and rats with each other. Meeting each other every morning talking about good morning, and we on our way to Scepter, DuPont, Coca-Cola, Pepsi. I'm not saying that you should be out here tearing it up and changing it and taking other uh, one's existence that's doing greater. However, if you got enough time, we could work it whereas though we could change the circumstances and conditions. But for the best part, what you don't have now, you better leave in your will. And I'm not talking about the will that you write out when we pass away and leave it to the kids. I'm talking about the aspect of dimension of one's mind. Look it up. There's a part of your mind called the willpower. All right? That's where you leave all your intentions. That which never manifested here while you was in this life. Because I'm telling you, it's going to manifest. At some time or another, it got to. It's a vibration of thought that a check that you wrote, and it got to be cashed. Your word don't come back void. Ain't that what the Bible said? What is your word? Your thoughts. It doesn't come, meaning that it doesn't go without being manifested or recognized. You see? You ever thought about creating something and you didn't do it, but 5-10 years later, bam! There it go right there. I did. I could have been rich 3 times. That's because I know thought travels. You see? And this is why they say your thought is not your own. Because we all share in the sea of thoughts. And at any given moment, it's like a fishing with a rod. And we all casting it out into the sea. Bang. I'm going to do a little bit more reading and I'm going to get up out of here. Because I know I said too much. Because my throat is hurting. like I said, when I'm messing with this material by myself so much, and that's what it's for. If this happens to you, it's not you're not crazy. It's not nothing negative. It's not nothing disrupting you. It's because oftentimes when you get information, some things is just for you. You see? So I'm not upset that I can't recall or find. I'm probably gonna shut the video down and bang, sit the book down. And it's probably gonna fall open to where I initially wanted to start at. Because I don't think I read none of what I had marked out for us to read. Real talk. But that's just the way it is. You see? Because that information was probably just for me. That was just something that only I would had to understand and capitalize on, dissect, digest, and then manifest. You see? So let's see. We're gonna do it like this, right? We're gonna take out all the bookmarkers. And we're just gonna close the book. And like a dice, we're just gonna shake it up, blowing it 3 times, right? Open it up and see what we got here, and we're gonna leave on that note. Wow. This is powerful. I got to show you what we turned to. This is what we turned to. Look, and see, this is so electrifying, right? This is bad. I'm not even gonna read no more because now you really knowing that it's a message that you got to take, and it's only for you. Because now we looking at pictures. How many of you got somebody in your family that only look at pictures in the books? Huh? Give that signal. And they can't read. Don't you know they see more than the person that can read? Because pictures has a billion symbols in it. If a picture speaks 1,000 words, then I like to say that symbols develop a billion pictures. And what we're looking at in here is a lot of symbolism. And if we do anything, know anything of sacred geometry, cosmology, huh? Symbology, there's a lot to be told in here. And there's a lot to see just in the clouds, people. You see? I like I like this. I call it infrared beam of light. If you take your hand and you put it above your head for about 5 seconds, depending on how thick your hair is, you're gonna feel some heat there. That's your crown chakra, people. That's your North Pole. I tell you a good thing to do with your energy. Your our feet and our heads are one of the main portals in which this is actually the North Pole and the South Pole, right? Just like a battery. This is your positive, and this will be your negative. And keep in mind when we say negative in the monastery, We're not indicating anything of bad, demoralizing, debasing, disgusting, inhumane. And that's not what negative is. So uh yeah. So in increasing one's power, I'm gonna give you a little jewel and I'm gonna get up out of here. You want to increase your intentions and bring about and manifest. It's good to harness your own energy. One of the good ways to do this is by wearing a hat. All right. So, like I said, if you put your hand on your head, you feel heat escaping from the top. Well, one of the remedies, one of the things that I do, like when I catch a cold or so-called catch a cold, when my body is ridding itself of the poison, it helps with me to keep my body hot, and I do it by keeping a hat on and start to sweat. So just like if you go outside and it's real cold out, you put a hat on, it'll help keep your energy inside your body. So there's a little idea on how to make yourself more powerful. You might see some people there wear a hat in the summertime. Well, they can become very powerful, much powerful than they look and that they are if they wanted to, just by practicing those uh, activities right there. They may not know that, but at least you know now. If you want to be stronger and powerful, you don't have to lift weights. Nope. In fact, lifting weights it's really don't make you strong at all. It make you physically strong, your body. But and then here's the thing about that: after you done lift and did your lifting for so long and tore all the ligaments in the joints and wore out the cup and the fluids that's in between the joints, you got to suffer and later on taking medication. So you want to build up the spiritual strength. You want to build up your spiritual power. You want to make your spiritual man strong. All right? And the physical man halfway if you really care. Deities don't even care about their physical. They just eat anything and do anything with it and get been all out of shape. And I mean, like I'm a balance with everything in it, what I got in existence. So that's just me. That definitely went down the wrong pipe. Yeah, so keep your energy strong. And there's a big demand for your soul, your spirit. Majority of the people are not in control of the DEA and the DNA, much less the ability to have a way of life in which one pleases. A lot of people think they own their home. From what I'm understanding and discovering through paperwork and law, this may not necessarily be the case. But that's not my field. I don't get into that. I don't really do what I do. You know, I already came to Earth prepared and planned for anything and everything in the physical world. So this is why I'm saying once you master and manipulate the macro aspect of yourself, your physical, your micro, the material world is going to follow suit. You don't have to worry about what you're going to eat tomorrow. You don't need to worry about whether you're going to have clothes or not. See, there's no way that a person's supposed to be worrying about whether they're going to be here or be able to survive in the next 20 years. Well, some people feel as though they ain't even gonna be here in that long, so I might be stretching a little bit. But let's say the next 10 years. Then you got some people got $35 in their bank account. Total. That's it. And they happy. This is content. And you'll take that person that got 35,000 or more in the bank and take them over to the person that only got $35 in the bank and watch the dynamics of what takes place metaphysically. That entails everything. Take care of yourself and do it on purpose, all right? Peace. Again, I'm going to send energy out to mind's eye. Okay. Let's see what mind's eye said about Facebook. So that's cool. All right. I'll definitely catch you on YouTube. And everything is everything. Everything is for a reason. Keep that in mind. All right, y'all? Everything that goes on in your life is supposed to go on in your life. If it's something that you can't accept and you don't like that's going on in your life, accept it to be a part of your life and welcome it. Take over it, incorporate it, and now it has become, and you're going to make it work for the best of what you're doing. Peace.